All right. Black screen already? What? Oh, back. Oh, hey. Hey, Johnny Gweeble. How's it going? I have no idea why I would have black screen for a second there, but that's all right. As long as we're back. All right, we're going to try to stream for as long as we can here, but it is already starting to sprinkle, and I get worried about the waterproofing of the encoder. So, we'll see how long we can keep this up. But good morning, Flip. How's it going, bud? All right, I want to cross the road over here, get over to our favorite left side of the road. Oh, thanks, my club. Yeah, I guess it blinked black for some reason. I don't know. Signal's getting better? All right, I like that. Everyone. Good and awesome. I swear, man, I started up this area on all my devices, and then I crossed the street and immediately did 1 bar on all of them. How's it going, everyone? Like I was earlier, I'm going to try to stream for as long as we can here on storms and everything else. No matter what, I'm going to be, that's just, but unfortunately, when it gets the rain too heavy, I can't stream because the encoder is not waterproofed. Warm and sunny here and almost the weekend. Almost the weekend. Warm. Michael, yes, we just get out of the town of Port Britain now. That bars. Not really in the way. Is gone, but have a day dry, but Apparently, come on, signal. I'm working hard. We're watching that signal. How are we? I cannot tell. Hey, quiet to listen. How's it going? Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna give a quick. We're walking through a pretty bad service area back there. It continues to get better, but I'm taking a stop here because we're at the top of the hill. It's gonna be best for a minute to say good morning. The story of where I was last night because it was, but I was basically on the trailhead, Erie Trailway, in a nice little like pagoda thing, a concrete floor underneath, and that's where so on audio and crackling. All right, reset the gear and then say hello. All right, we'll try it, folks. All right, well, that took longer than I would have hoped it would have to reset everything, but hopefully it's working. Technology rich that goes into starting this big rig. All right, sorry about that, guys. And right to commercial, bad timing. All right, well, I have to keep on moving. I have no, Houston, we have signal, we have signal, we have signal. Well, I was going to say, I have to keep on moving in this direction. There are no promises that the signal is going to stay here, but at least we should be back up and running. So I'm going to keep on moving, and we're going to keep going. Hey, T, how's it going? Sorry for that, guys. Nothing I can do about a bad signal area. How's it going? So that's what I was getting at, T. Good morning, Bluey. How was your night last night? So I stayed at the trailhead of the Erie Canal Trailway in Port Byron, which was the town I was at. There was a nice little pagoda, but there was like a cement floor underneath it. So I slept on cement because it was the only place I could stay dry. So that wasn't very comfortable, but at least I stayed dry. And then also they had outlets, so I was able to get some charge in some of these devices. So hopefully we bought ourselves enough time to make it to a hotel in Buffalo before we have to charge up again. Walk faster to a better area. I'm on it, Gecko. I'm going as fast as I can. And quiet to listen. Yeah, there is rain in our future, I believe. I'm going to try to walk as fast as I can, as far as I can away from here to hopefully avoid as much of the rain as possible. But we will see. Pagoda champ. Lol. Also, WD Person and Chris's Z, thank you guys very much for the follows at the end of the last stream. Appreciate it. Appreciate the both of you, and welcome to the walk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, T. So I was looking at the radar, and it did not look like there was a storm coming our way. So what I think is happening is we're getting hit with the lake effects already from Lake Erie, and basically storms are just forming out of nowhere. So if we get hit, it's going to be by a storm that just forms above our head. And hey, Minnow Mike, how's it going, bud? That's the plan. Keep on moving, stay out of this rain. Keep on moving, hopefully it'll beat the rain. That's what I'm saying, ABC. I think we got it. We got turbo on today, so we're going to try to run it. And like one of two things are going to happen. We're either going to walk ourselves out of the rain, no problem, or we're just going to walk ourselves into the center of the storm. It's crapshoot as to which one happens. We'll find out. All right. Sprint and happy drugs? Maybe for a little bit, but I don't think I'd get very far if I sprinted. Truck drives like a rocket, lol. Ambo 24, please. 10, I don't know what these numbers mean. We need a medic, lol. Alright, here we go. Go in the middle of the road. Hey, happy drugs, you know what sounds like a bad idea is that. I do not want to get hit by a car. I was walking down a roadway yesterday after we ended streaming that really bad service area. There was construction. So for a while there, it was cut down to a one lane road. But shoulders. Walk. Nope. Stuttering again. God damn. Ah, boy. Smash the trap. Beep, beep, beep. Hello. Alright, did that fix the robot voice, I hope? Fix cool beans. Alright, well that's good to know. I don't have to restart the whole thing. I can just shut the feed off and turn it back on. Fire hydrants beside the fields. You are not in Pennsylvania. What was the fix? I literally, so there's two buttons on the encoder flip, right? There's the power button that turns it on, and then there's the go button, which makes it start talking to the computer, start sending. So I just turned the go button off, so it stopped communicating for a second, and then turned it back on. Nice and easy. Did not require me to restart the entire setup. And sound is synced too. Would you look at that? Sorry about this, guys. All sorts of signal issues this morning. But as I was walking up this hill here, I looked to my right and I could see the cell tower, and I was like, why am I in bad service? So the cell tower is right there. So I figured I'd give it a shot. We fixed it, and that was good. Super fast too. Yay, woo! Now we just have to stay in signal, which apparently seems to be the challenge up here in the middle of nowhere, New York State. We're learning new things about the setup every day, Ziggy. So I was left looking at your map. You're coming up to a cemetery on your left. I don't see a cemetery, just a bunch of trees. Weird. They must have moved all the dead people. Yes, you are no longer robotic, but the robot army will be back. Lol. Super quick fix for robot mode or sound desync. That's awesome. Yeah, Flip, see? We just gotta try new things. Figure this thing out. Be able to be a tech pro by the end of this trip. Well, at least hopefully know how to work this setup. I don't know about any other setup in the world, but this one we'll have it down. I had a sneaking suspicion that would work, though. Hey, Davey, how's it going? What I do have to try, though, to fiddle around with is my tech team, Tim, did start to develop us a BRB screen for low signal, and I have not seen it kick in yet, and I do not know how it works. So at one point I'll have to fiddle around with that and see how I can get that going. Hey, Equal Image, how's it going? I like that shorthand T. Hey, equal sign. Alright, I'm still getting misted on, by the way, so we are not out of this rain yet. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Hopefully you don't get Montezuma's revenge going through Montezuma. Lol. I hope not, man. Montezuma's revenge is no joke. We'll get that coffee stat, T. Hey, Demendez, how's it going, bud? Saw a bizarre thing today. What's that, Davey? What'd you see? Hey, Aaron, how's it going, bud? Maybe you need to wear a tiny tin foil hat for better reception, lol. I think it's the only way, Gecko Keeper. We need a tin foil hat. I used to have a, like a signal booster that you're supposed to point towards the nearest cell tower and it boosts your signal. I gotta tell you, the thing did not work very well. It worked enough for the job site I was on, but it needs to be plugged into something in order to work, so couldn't use it for this. That shoulder, hey, Desad, oh god, hard name to say. I'm gonna call you Desad from now on if that works. Nice and easy. Hey Lazaro, how was the walk? So far so good. We're expecting rain. It's very misty right now. We're very wet. But hopefully we walk through the rain without getting hit by it. So you're on 31 now. What route do you connect after 31? SUV. So ABC, to answer your question, after 31 we connect on to 373 and we really get into the back roads. Who is your cell service provider, Seiko? I have both AT&T and Verizon. Someone has fallen in love with toy alien from America living in London. Interesting. How do you remember your username? Lol. And Lazaro, I bet it won't be. I think we're going to have a good day today. I stay optimistic, and I find that my sheer level of optimism is enough to stave away even the worst of storms. Hello, Evany. Sorry, Evonia. Just like do about it, so I don't continue to look at it, but I'm like staring. Hot, love it when it by and brings on and some stuff, but on a cold day and a misty, rainy day, I like it. It's strange. Oh, God. Dang it, Bobby. It's buffering? Oh, come on. Why is it buffering? Here we go back. All right, good. Awesome. Relief. I might have to, I don't know, move around in the carriage here, the stroller. I had like a 1 gallon bottle of water that's down there now because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. And I could not imagine how that would possibly mess with this technology. But I'm going to try moving it now and see if it stops whatever's going on with the technology. As soon as you read the message, it started again, and now we're good again. Lol. All right. Interesting. Maybe it's a natural cemetery, T, where they just grow trees around the dead bodies. Actually, I did hear about this thing where you could apparently get cremated, and when you get cremated, they'll put your put your ashes, turn your ashes into a plant, into like a seed, or into like the topsoil that they use to plant a plant in, or something like that, so you can become a tree. So maybe that's just a whole forest of that. Fertilizer, yeah, something like that. Only to get peed on by the dog in the next life. Well, I don't know, I kind of like it. Become a tree. Trees live forever, right? Or for a very long time, anyway. Become a tree and you'll keep on living for a while to go. Welcome to the town of Montezuma. All right. Hopefully the town of Montezuma has better signal than the town of Port Byron. I don't know anything about that, Bick. What? That's how Groot was born, lol. I found you can bury someone on your property for free. Just have to disclose that info if you ever sell that property. Interesting. Well, I guess it makes sense, right? What's the statute of limitations on that, T? Like, if I buried someone there 200 years ago, do I still have to disclose that there's someone buried there? Or a random man walking across the country, lol. Or the trees form aquatine. Oh, turns out we weren't even in Port Byron anymore. We were in Mentz. M-E-N-T-Z. What is Mentz? Didn't ask any more questions after that. Lol. Alright, I'm gonna try moving this water bottle here. I don't know how this could possibly be messing with the signal, but just in case it is, we're gonna try moving it up here. Get in there. There we go. That kind of fits. You can buy the house, just please don't dig up Uncle Flip. He's been buried there for years, and we're worried that you'll disturb his spirit. Lol. Yeah, it's a good place for that. I like that. Don't work underwater, lol. I actually heard somewhere, and maybe it doesn't work because of the plastic, but I heard that like water actually boosts signal. If you run a signal through water, you can make it more efficient. But I guess in our experiment, no. But it's like, I don't know, something like the same way it affects sound waves, it also affects like the radio signals. It just boosts them and makes them go farther. Hey, Pick His Life. Yeah. So, long story short, like T has just pointed out in the chat, we are walking from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. The whole trip will cover 3,044 miles, take us anywhere from 5 to 6 months to complete, and we're doing the whole trek eating nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain, all in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is a group that takes kids and adolescents from underprivileged communities and brings them on adventures in the wilderness and other opportunities that they would otherwise not have. It's a great group, and I'm really glad to be partnered up with them. And welcome to the walk, Pick His Life. Also, hi Bert, how's it going, bud? Oh boy. Alright, brace yourself, another truck coming. Hey, that wasn't too bad. Let's see. So the rain isn't expected to be here really until like 10 o'clock. Or at least it wasn't when I started in Port Byron. I don't know what it's like here. So I'm thinking we got another hour of walking before we're supposed to be getting hit. So we will know in an hour whether or not we beat the storm. And oh yeah, downhill section. Digital signal dies rapidly in water, but acoustic doesn't. Really, Ziggy? Why is that? I would have figured they would have carried the same. That's interesting. Pick His Life, we are currently in the state of New York. Upstate New York, in a town called Montezuma, apparently. You know, Ziggy, I should probably know all this and know the answers to this, considering I studied physics in college for 3 years, but I do not. I do not know. Hogs green, no worries, Bert. If you say something about waves, lol. Wubby213, thank you very much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I will say, though, guys, sleeping last night next to a couple of different power sources with the ability to charge up all our stuff was so nice. I, like, really wish I had that every night. It makes me really miss just the ability to, like, plug my phone in at the end of the day next to my bed. Oh, well. Will you be walking near Central New York? Used to live there. We're kind of in Central New York, right? We walked through Syracuse, Wubby, the other day. We're in Montezuma now. I guess it's kind of north, kind of central. But we're basically taking the road that we're on, or a couple of different side roads here, tracing 90 to get to Buffalo is the route. Montezuma has a gigantic wildlife rescue. I know, DJ Tusk. I was actually looking at it as a potential place to stay, but unfortunately we're going to be through Montezuma before we have our miles done. Taking Pick His Life. I'm pushing it. I had to find And there was a nice man at Cooper Ford in Richfield Springs, Lucas, who gave us a ride to a Walmart to buy the inner tube and then drove us back. So I studied. That's also very true. I retain nothing, lol. Yeah. Field, thank you very much for the follow, man. I appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Giving to other streamers. Let's see if this pays off. Appreciate it, Ziggy, man. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll stop by, check us out. What a username. Also, Ziggy, man, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves to really even say anything, but I was looking at our stats, man, and we are so close to hitting partner. We averaged, at the end of the day yesterday, we were averaging 71 viewers a month. Only 4 viewers away from there. Just nip. So it was yesterday. We're doing 20 to 30 miles a day here, so on 3 queues, a whole lot of, but I think we were there for like 2 hours walking. 2 days ago. Yes, sir, Ziggy, it was. Why? Pick His Life. No, we are not sponsored. Not yet, anyway. Alright, Flip, I have to do a full reset, man, because there's no way we should be choppy here. I have 5 bars of service in one of the hotspots. Fine as he stops. Alright, guys, we're going to do a full reset here. I will be right back. I hope this does not take too long. Alright, hold on. If you just stay in this spot, we have signal. Lol. Nope, I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. All right, I hope we're good, guys. I hope we're back. Should be. We're good. All right. That's the one that bothers me. I like, if the signal is good, the text should be working, right? We're good or awesome. Sorry about that. That's it though. There's no more, we're not allowed to have any more tech problems today. I'm declaring it now. Everything's gonna work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, T. We have not seen Spads here in a while, so let's blame him. I think it's because we're starting a little bit earlier than we used to, and he's probably still in bed. Hey, Your Ice, how's it going? No kidding, ABC. Fingers crossed. No kidding, pick his life. It's just like, I don't know. Some days you wake up though and you just want to have like a really good day. And some days you have really good days with the tech. Other days you struggle, you know? That's just how it goes. Like when we walked through Syracuse, that was a really good day. Yesterday, not so much. It was okay. But today, for the rest of the day, it's going to be a good day. Who can sleep at a time like this, lol? Jacob could sleep through anything, man. He could sleep through a hurricane and an earthquake and a tornado all hitting at once. Pick his life. Thank you very much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. We have a country to walk across, lol. I have no idea what that big machine is, but it's a big machine. Lol, Samsung glass. No, there's just I have no idea what that thing is. But a really big machine running right next to us. Fully unjustified and brutal, baby. Good morning, Poover. How's it going? And Samson, man, thank you very much. I think all is going to be great from here on out. And knows like you did not see that, but interesting. I have a meeting with my president this morning. Do you have any tips for me? Listen, Poover, here's what I have to say, right? Presidents are used to dealing with, most of the people that they deal with are like snooty brown nosers, or like, I don't know, super official, super business-like. So what you want to do is you want to be the exact opposite to make sure that you stand out. Go in there dressed as a clown, make them laugh, and that's the way to get ahead in this world. Be unorthodox, go against the grain, you know what I mean? You got this. Pure confidence, brother. Well, Samson's got it. Whatever you do, make it ridiculous and do it with confidence. President's fart too, just remember that. Great life advice, T. I like that one. Why would I wear a shirt? This is the president of my Suns Out, Guns Out committee. Lol. Play them at rock, paper, scissors. Challenge them to a duel for their position. Well, crap out the same hole. My grandpa used to say that. Samson, your grandfather is a wise man. Apparently sending them emails with the name The T-Spot helps. That's what I was saying, T. Makes you seem human. And everyone likes a human. Unless you believe in movies like Fern Gully, then maybe nature doesn't like humans so much, but I think everyone likes humans. What I missed, the darn work thing interrupted my stream view, and how rude. How rude, Gecko. Whoa. No, not much. We hopefully got everything figured out with the tech stuff, and we're just gonna keep on walking, assuming that we did. Still trying to beat out this rain. Greeker, how long does the streamer anticipate this to take? Greeker, I anticipate this to take anywhere from 5 to 6 months. We've already been out here for a little bit more than 2 weeks, so we at least got another like 4.5 months left. That he wasn't, whenever you asked a dumb question, he'd say, does 1,000 pounds of Bisquick make a biscuit? What? Interesting. As a wise man once said, this country isn't going to walk across itself. Lol. Thanks, Greeker, man. I appreciate it. And Greeker, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk, bud. At some point, you will reach Clark Hill and Seneca River. At some point, we'll reach a lot of things, Davey. I'm not exactly sure what we'll reach or when we'll reach it, but we'll reach some things. So I was in a, I don't know. Normally at the end of every day, right, I take a look at my route and I plan out the next day's walk-in. I like try to plan and remember what the route is and all of that good stuff. But I was in a really, really weird position yesterday because the place I was sleeping at, right, in that like pagoda, was right next to like a child's playground, also right next to a parking lot, and right next to like a the trailhead, and also right next to the high school. So there was a lot going on. And I was like, I can't just set up my tent here at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon as people are like running by and eating stuff at the picnic tables right next to me. So I kind of just had to like sit outside and wait for it to get dark. And in doing that, I was just like watching videos on the iPad I have with me because I could have charged it, and I did charge it. But what I'm saying is I did not actually plan today ahead because I was too busy trying to look inconspicuous in a child's playground, if that makes sense. So we're going to be looking up the directions here quite a bit. Did you have a raid early yesterday before I clicked in? Yeah, Ziggy, a nice one from, I forget who it was by, but it was a raid of about 10 viewers. We also had a raid from someone else, I forget again, but it was a different kind of raid. I guess it was a love raid, which is something new that I have yet to hear of, but it was really nice and made me feel special on the insides. Charge the encoder in the pagoda. Nice. Yes, charge everything, Flip. At some point, for a nice fresh Subway sub, to only realize you at the last one 2 hours ago. However, you see off in the distance is your next Subway, and you shed a tear of joy. Only to walk up on it, Wolf King, and find that it's a mirage. It didn't actually exist. What were you doing on a playground, Floppy? Well, sleeping, of course. What else do you do on a child's playground? So I wanted to put in like 25 miles or something like that yesterday, but I hit like 20 pretty much dead on the nose. And when I hit that, I was right next to a shielded pagoda, and I knew there was rain coming tonight and this morning. So I was like, well, that's kind of perfect. Then I found it at outlets, and I was like, this is literally impossible to pass up. I have to stay here tonight. So I stayed there. It just so happened to be right next to a playground. Hey, Hellcat, how's it going? What's a love raid? Pooper, I'm still not really sure. It was like, It wasn't an actual raid, because I don't think the streamer was streaming, but he still was able to send like a couple of people over, and they just sent like love messages and stuff that were like, "You're awesome," and inspiring things. It was really nice. Man with a stroller but no kid loitering at a play park, not suspicious at all. Yeah, right next to the police station, by the way, also. How was the storm last night? Honey badgers, honestly, I was underneath that pagoda. I didn't even hear it. I slept right on through, so it could not have been too bad. Pick his life. I am mostly staying in tents, but I did stay in a hotel one time so far this trip. For 2 nights. Love raid, is that like when Redempto sent a bunch of viewers in while he was streaming? Yeah, that's something like that, T, I think. I wasn't gonna make it that bad, lol. What a slacker. Pooper love raided me and my life was improved 100%. I don't know how to do a love raid. I've never even heard of it, but it was nice to receive, I'll tell you what. Epic adventures. Floppy, if there's one thing I'm going to get out of this adventure, out of this walk across the country, it is stories, and I promise you that. Get Cream Delish. Okay, new to your stream, can you explain what we are on day 19 of? Get Cream Delish, we are on day 19 of a walk across the continental United States of America. We started in Boston, Massachusetts on May 1st, and we are currently walking our way to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. A distance of over 3,044 miles, a trip that's going to take us 5 to 6 months to complete. And we're doing the whole thing eating nothing but food you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain, all in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is a group that takes kids and adolescents from underprivileged communities on adventures out in the wilderness to give them opportunities that they would otherwise not have. It's a great group, and I am so happy to be partnered with them. Also, welcome Get Creamed Delish. Have you come across a lot of roadkill? Yes. So much roadkill, yes. And all kinds of roadkill. I've seen an encyclopedia's worth of roadkill. Lol. I assume you just tell people to say nice things when you raid them? I don't know, but it was nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy adventure, Get Cream Delish. Also, T, I was laughing at you and Ziggy just typing stuff in at the same time. It was pretty funny. There's also a GoFundMe for buying enough beach balls to lash together using nets and ropes so that Sean can walk to Hawaii, eventually Alaska. That's not true, but there is a GoFundMe to help me afford sandwiches, as they're expensive. I was thinking last night about the others you said did a walk like this. Wonder how mentally taxing it was walking solo with no one to talk to like you talked to us. Gecko Jeeper, I don't think it would be possible, man. It's like I said, in training before I started streaming, man, I was going for 3 hours doing 10 miles a day. And there were some like intrusive thoughts that happened then, man. So I have no idea what's going on. Who ran over an encyclopedia? Lol. Solar stream, unfortunately, Get Cream Delish. I'm my daytime job is a construction project manager for a company that builds commercial grade solar fields, but I'm not using any solar for the setup on this stream. I hope we get sponsored by Subway by the end of your trip. Thanks, Your Ice. I hope so too. What about shoes in my travel? I've noticed for some reason there's a lot more clothing on the road in the south than the north. I found a t-shirt, but no shoes yet, I don't think. You need a recording of the info and play it when asked. I actually love talking about it, dear, so I love when people ask because I get to say the spiel. I subscribe to that one video YouTube channel, FB. Awesome, Hellcat. I have a YouTube channel for this adventure, and when I finish it at the end, we're gonna go through the archive streams and a couple of the videos that I've taken on my phone, and I'm probably gonna edit videos into like segments that are like 1 week long, so you guys can see in not real time what happened on this adventure. You pushing batteries? Get Cream Delish. I have 6 power banks that I am pushing, and then I use those to power my encoder, my GoPro, and everything else we got going on. Hey, B-Tracker, how's it going? X-Aki B, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Borda B. Whew. You bring instant coffee, or is that off limits, or you maybe don't like caffeine? Wolf King, I actually love caffeine, man, and there's nothing better on a Sunday morning than like taking a nice cup of Joe to the face at a diner. But I have an adverse reaction to caffeine, so instead of giving me energy, it actually calms me down and puts me to sleep. So there is no coffee on this trip, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would pass out. So I have to ask, you pushing them in a shopping cart? Get Cream Delish, kind of, sort of. I am pushing everything in a baby stroller. This is a baby stroller in front of me. I have my hiking backpack in here. My tent and sleeping bag are down below, bungee corded to the bottom of the stroller. And then all of my electronic gear is underneath the stroller, currently filming and streaming everything. Did you know that your adventure started exactly during the Johnny Depp trial, so they're also on day 19? I did not know that, Floppy Porpoise, but that's a fun fact. That's funny to know. I am Sean's robotic assistant. My rudeness module is always set to high. The way I like it, Bick. I don't know, B-Tracker. I have not seen any coffee at Subway, but I haven't been looking for it, so maybe they do. Caffeine dehydrates too. That's true too. That should give you some protection from getting hit. Exactly. If the people driving by think I'm pushing a baby, they're less likely to hit me because no one wants to kill a baby. That's a good fact. All right, I think we have... Oh no, we still have a long time before the turn, but we do have a turn coming up. I do have to pay attention because I often miss turns. And then I get T yelling at me because I missed the turn. Very helpfully, by the way, to let me know that I missed the turn. Screw that guy, but oh wait, a baby? Ah, we'll get him next time. Lol. Well, I wish you the best on the walk. Thank you very much, Get Cream Delish. We'll be walking for a long time to come. Like I said, at the very least, another 4.5 months. A river that's actually a river? I don't believe you, T. Those don't exist. The only rivers on this trip are the size of a creek. And vice versa. Have you had a close call on this trip with a car or something? That SUV, yeah, we actually have. In the city of Syracuse, in the VOD 2 days ago, we were crossing the street and there was a guy turning left that came from behind us as we were crossing the street and almost cross-swept us right then and there. There was another time, I think like a little over a week ago, and we were walking through a tourist trap TP souvenir stand. And while I was taking a selfie with the buffalo there, or a buffalo statue there, apparently there was a car that came pretty close to hitting the stroller. So we've had a couple. And my sleep last night, Davey, it was okay. I was very dry because I slept under a pagoda. So even though it rained, I stayed nice and dry. But I was sleeping on like concrete, like a concrete pad that they laid for the pagoda. So it was not great, not super comfortable, but I hear laying on a flat surface like that is good for your back, so who knows. Is there a clip? Unfortunately, I do not think anyone clipped that. No. I also don't know what time it would have been in the VOD, so I don't know what to tell you. But it wasn't that much. Like, I didn't even realize what was happening until he was passing, like, right in front of us, you know? And then we just give him one of those old New York styles. I'm walking here. So apparently we are still on the Empire State Trail, like the one that goes across all of New York. or just according to that sign anyway. I wonder how long we'll stay on this trail. Does this trail take us right to the subway in Farmington? Hey, good morning, Domino Down. How's it going, bud? Also, it is like weirdly warm out, and I think it's just because of the humidity, but whew, gotta roll the sleeves up. Are there any Dollar Generals in this area? I actually walked by a Dollar General first thing this morning, Davey. Yep. As soon as I left where I was sleeping and got into the downtown area of Port Byron, there was a Dollar General right there. Unfortunately, we walked by it before it opened, so we were not able to go inside, but I did get some water at a gas station that was open down the road. Busy day ahead of me for work, doctor's appointment, then helping pack luggage for my wife's trip back to her homeland. Wow, that sounds like a busy day, Domino. Well, I hope all goes well, man, and try to find some time for yourself in there, you know? What is your wife's homeland, though? Where's she going? Somewhere really cool? Nice and foggy, warm this morning over here. It's warm, but it's really humid out is the problem over here. And you're tracking how many miles you're walking. Any idea how many steps it's been? Yep, Gecko. The wonderful Miss T here has been so gracious that at the end of the day when I post my pedometer results on Twitter, she has been keeping track and live updating exactly how many steps and how many miles. She's been doing both because she's amazing. So I think it was like almost just shy of 700,000 steps the other day, at the end of the day yesterday. Philippines, her and her daughter are going back there for a few weeks to visit her family. It'll be their first time meeting our 4-year-old in person. Oh, that's pretty cool, Domino. Well, congratulations to them. And I hear that the Philippines are beautiful. Oh, well, apparently I was way off. 763,000 as of last night. That's a lot of steps. Might have to celebrate when we break 1 million. My God. I did not realize how many steps this journey was going to take. Ah, cool, Davey. Awesome. We'll keep our eyes out. $385 miles. 0.5. My work is have a contest, 3-person teams for the most steps in 8 weeks. I'm signing you up. Go on, Gecko. I'll join your team. We got this. We'll take them down. Lol. My dad's job site used to do that for a while, and he actually used to be able to sign on like his significant other, his spouse anyway. So my mom and he did it a couple of times when I was younger, but I don't think they've done it in a while. But it's a cool incentive program to get, people out and active again. I like it. Yes, Philippines is a must-visit place if you're into clear water and white sandy beaches. Great food and nice people are just more bonuses. Ironically, given my choices on this trip, Domino, one of my favorite things to do when traveling is try the new food in that area. And I hear that the food in the Philippines is amazing. And the dollar goes far in the Philippines. Yeah, I hear that too. Like street vendors will sell you lunch on the cheap. They do it every 6 months and give decent prizes. Just keep us healthy. That's awesome, Gecko. Well, good luck, man. I hope that you blow them away. And good morning, bulldozers. Always nice to see a friendly face. Precisely why we're going to retire like 10 to 15 years early and move there. That's I like that plan, Domino. That sounds good to me, man. Oh, that's the life. Also, I am very hungry. I feel like I should probably eat a sandwich pretty soon, but I just want to try to get away from this storm as much as possible before I stop to eat. The only thing I know about the Philippines is Manila and a volcano. Tropical climate, beautiful clear waters and white sandy beaches like Domino just said. I hear it's absolutely stunningly beautiful, Davey. There's a guy on YouTube that did that, has some nice vlogs. Just, oh man. Going over there, get yourself a plot of land, some solar panels, live off grid, live out the rest of your days a happy man on the cheap. Or a happy woman on the cheap. Alright, you guys are right. This river does actually look like a river. I can just barely see it up ahead. I hate Manila. I try to spend the least amount of time as possible in the city. Got to get out on the countryside to experience what the Philippines really has to offer. I'd say that about anywhere, right? Domino down, it's important to go off the beaten track a little bit. See what life's really like there, you know? Which I guess is what we're doing here on this trip. If you're ever interested in what life is like in the rural suburbs of upstate New York, now you know. You'll meet some of the nicest, humble people. Let's go. I still want to live off grid so bad, but I haven't been able to make any stocks yet. Still low. I need my internet. I can't go off grid. I feel that, Ziggy. I'll be honest with you. I feel that. But once the satellite internet, like Starlink, all gets figured out and set up, right? And gets more and more efficient, you could be able to live off grid and still have internet. Nerdy Tech, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. 100% Sean, anytime I travel overseas, I try to get as far away as I can from the touristy areas. Oh yeah. How was Thailand, Davey? I hear great things about Thailand as well. Live in a commie block? Interesting. Good morning, humanity. Starlink sounds like a game changer. I know, man, and for streamers too. Apparently there's a way to make it more mobile and keep it like charged up. But if they were to put a portable battery pack on that baby, this trip here would have been a lot easier. Wouldn't have to worry about service issues, right? Watch it, I'm walking here, Dustin Hoffman, exactly, Foxy Grandpa. I'm interested to see how it develops. My friend actually that I was just staying with up here in upstate New York has Starlink for his house, so that was my first time getting to use it there, and it was pretty good. There was some like, I don't know, the service spread across his house was pretty good, with like 1 or 2 random dead spots for no reason at all, which was interesting, but it was still pretty good and a lot better than what he would have been able to get as an alternative otherwise, because he's kind of in the rural area. Very nice, went to Bangkok and Pattaya. Nice people and food. What more do you need in life than nice people and food, Davey? Can't wait to be able to unplug entirely, even though my profession is hell-bent on having internet more. I was, when I was a kid, right, I was not a very technically interested person. I did not have a whole lot of interest in like video games or the TV or computers or anything like that. As I continued to grow up and became like a teenager, I got a lot more interested in those things. And then once I was in college, that was like the end all. That's when I got into computers and the idea of Twitch and streaming and all that good stuff. So like if you had asked me maybe 15 years ago if I needed internet, I would have said, nah, I'd be fine without internet. But if you ask me nowadays, I'm like, the internet offers way too much for me to be able to give it up entirely. Way, way, way too much. I need it now. I need it. Connection to my friends around the world. All that good stuff. Good morning, Newt. How's it going? My generation, oh God. My generation is the last one to grow up without the internet readily available. I guess, yeah, I mean, when I was like real young, like, 6, 7, 8, we really didn't have the internet readily available. Still on dial-up, all that good stuff. Couldn't use the internet if someone was talking on the phone. But that went away pretty quick. I was like 13, 14 when AOL came out. Well, yeah. I like my technology, like laptop and phones and PS4, but I like human-to-human interaction. I got you too, Davey. And hello, Yacht Master. How's it going? I mean, nothing. Don't get me wrong, Davey. Nothing beats human-to-human interaction. But if I got best friends of mine that live all over the country now, and it's nice to have a way to be able to talk to them like you are almost face to face. I didn't have internet till I was 15. I didn't have a phone until I was like 14, 15. But we did have internet before then. Not too much longer before then, but five or so years before then. So when I was like 9, 10, I think. Smartphones didn't come out until I was like 22, 23. I'm glad that was the case. All the stupid stuff I did as a teenager wasn't documented on Instagram, Snapchat like nowadays. That's all right. I grew up in the smartphone era. I still had one of those, like, one of those slide to text phones where you had to slide open to open up the keyboard. That's what I had for pretty much all of high school. But we were smart enough not to record every action that we did. So even when we made our stupid mistakes, they were not on camera. Hey, Patrick. It goes well, man. It goes well. How about yourself? I didn't get a cell phone until I was 17. That's not a bad way to be, though, dear. I got mine at like 15, I think. 14, 15, right around there. And I'm glad I didn't have one beforehand. My grandma, 93 now, tells me how she would have to wait months for letters to go back and forth, and how amazed she is with modern tech. That's what I'm saying, Floppy. Imagine, like, right. Like, I have a really close friend that lives in Cleveland that I'll see on this trip, right? Imagine if I had to send a letter to him, wait for him to get it, wait for him to respond to it, and wait for me to get the response in order to be able to talk to each other. Like, I'd never have any idea what was going on, or we'd never be able to joke or maintain the same level of friendship that we have. But nowadays, we just hop in the same Discord call and we're right there. It's great. Patrick, nope, we're going to hit Buffalo. We're going to head down south around Lake Erie into Erie, Pennsylvania. I did a Razor my senior year of high school. Lol. I swear I type faster on a T9 than my touchscreen keyboard. I agree with Discord, we can all chat and talk, and it's cool. Exactly, Davey. And I wouldn't be able to meet any of you guys or talk to any of you guys and know what was going on without the advancements of modern technology, right? My first phone had a credit card size SIM. No idea how long ago that was, but you had to pull the aerial out for a better signal. That is crazy, Bert. I remember typing book reports for school on a typewriter. Oh, man. That's a hipster thing now. People do that now by choice. My first phone was one of those Nokia phones that can be destroyed and only had the Snake game. Oh, I remember them, dear. That Snake game was still wicked fun. You should have written them a letter and hand delivered it. You know what? Maybe I should have, Gecko. Too late now. And before everyone had cell phones, you either had to catch the person at the house or you couldn't reach them at all. Yeah, on the house phone. And when I was growing up, 90% of the time, our house phone wasn't even working. What's happening here? You're taking a walk or something? Yeah, something like that. One cool gabagool. You know, I woke up this morning and thought, dang, this weather looks so nice, might as well go for a walk. I even remember texting through pagers. I'm not that old. I don't remember that one. A wee bit before my time. Black Ice, thank you very much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Waiting until 9 p.m. to call anybody, so it would be free. Yeah. To pay per text. I remember that too. I'm pretty sure you can still get those pay for the minutes, pay for text plan phones. Like, they still sell them because a lot of people still use them. $0.10 a text, painful. Lol. I remember back in 2007 and 08 and 10, smartphones was simple, but I like modern ones with the internet and apps. Yeah, Davey. My dad had a pager. I was always jealous and vowed to buy one when I grew up. Bert, they still use pagers in like the in the medical industry. I don't know why, but apparently pagers are still good for like when nurses need to be somewhere or when you're getting called in as a doctor. It's crazy, but they still use them. Accidentally open the internet browser and you financially ruin whoever's paying the bill. Lol. Or end their phone call, Captain Howdy. We call those burner phones. Yeah, Patrick. You know, for those occasions when you know, things that are less than scrupulous are happening. Motorola Nextel, beep beep. Pick his life, not very long, man. I started streaming during my training process for this walk back in November. Actually on November 20th, so tomorrow I think will be our 6 month streaming. Playing Angry Birds on my phone in 09, life was good. Lol. I still remember when I was growing up, my mom, this was before I had a cell phone, but my mom had one of the Jukes. If anyone remembers those, they were like this rectangular red weird phone that swiveled, and you had to flip them open to swivel them. And their big selling point was they were the best phone for the best phone for downloading and playing music as well. In my first job, if someone wanted to pay by card, we had to check nobody was calling through an order first so we could use the line. That's pretty funny, Bert. They have fancy pagers now. They don't even have to touch them. Just lean over to where it's clipped on your shoulder and neck and say, page Dr. Whoever, and it calls for them. That's still pretty cool. I'm just saying it's nice to see that there's still a use for technology that would otherwise be obsolete. I like when they readapt them for specific purposes. Patrick, nope. Patrick, actually, yesterday we did find another article that was written about us by a food reviewer slash, I don't know, journalist in New Jersey, which was interesting. So if you type in !mashed, I believe, you can see that article. It'll come up. Is this a swamp area? Actually, no. It's still farmland, but they do have these like canals and roadways here for drainage off the road, and I'm also guessing that it probably feeds a little bit of the irrigation in the fields, but still farmland. Faxes should end as a practice, though. They suck. Exactly, Ziggy. Nothing worse than when you go into like a government building and they will only accept a faxed version of something. It's awful. The more hands-free tech you can get in the medical community, the better. That's true, because it means you don't have to re-wash and re-scrub down every time you touch something. Was anyone else the TV remote for their parents? Oh, of course, Gecko, of course. and the antenna adjuster. When you're up there trying to do ballet, trying to get the antenna to fit the right way. Yes, sir. And now here we are, standing in the middle of a field in the middle of New York, able to talk to people all the way around the world. How incredible technology is. Oh yeah, I had to go out in the apple tree and turn the antenna to change from channel 3 to 6, lol. And the only way you could play the video games was if you were on channel 3. It's the only way the PlayStation 2 would activate. The PlayStation 1 would activate. Pick his life, yeah, we love Hitch here. Hitch is a huge inspiration to this channel, man. If Hitch was not out here doing what he was doing, I would not feel confident in the technology or my ability to be out here doing what we're doing. Love Hitch. I see there's a National Wildlife Refuge coming up. Yeah, I think so, Gabagool. Montezuma's, it's a big one. There's our big one. Nice that you're getting some press. Should also put you closer on the radar for the Subway PR team. I hope so, Patrick. I got my fingers crossed that someone over there at the Subway organization is keeping an eye on us. But that article that we got the other day, the one from MASH, Patrick, the one you just looked up, was really well written. Like, I was impressed. So I was happy that someone else that I have no connection to just picked this story up out of the blue and decided to share it. It was really cool of her. You mean Atari 2600 games? PlayStation didn't exist. Yes. Well, you know, my first gaming console was a PlayStation 2. We didn't even have, the PlayStation 1 was out when I was alive, by the way. Like, I was alive for that, but we were not allowed to have it. Same with the GameCube. Both were out, but we weren't allowed to have it. Or we didn't even know they existed, to be honest with you, until we went to a friend's house and played it for the first time. And then that's what we wanted. I would not be surprised, Davey. Tesla is getting their hands in everything. Damn, and didn't hear anything. Oh, sorry, Pick His Life. I said, yeah, we love Hitch here, man. Hitch is a huge inspiration to us. If Hitch wasn't out here doing what he's doing, we wouldn't be out here doing what we're doing, because I wouldn't have faith in the technology or my ability to do so. So he really paved the way for us to be doing this. We love Hitch. Pong, so exciting. I still love a good game of Pong, Gecko. Yep, worst mother ever. No, eventually we got ourselves that PlayStation 2, but I'm just saying, that was our first gaming console. PlayStation 2 in the Clancy household. If he does the same things for OWN he did for space travel and satellite comms, it'll be good. I hope so, Bulldozers. And yeah, he has a knack for, if he doesn't create like the best thing in the market, he has a knack for creating competition that forces other people to better their own equipment, which is pretty good. Love Pong. Shadow of the Colossus on PS2, the greatest game I've ever played. One cool Gabagool, I was playing that game like a month or two before I left. Just replaying the remastered version on my PlayStation 4. Great game. I went Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 2, then into the Xboxes and all kind of other stuff. Now, we were PlayStation my whole life. We went PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. I think my brother's got an Xbox, but I never did, or an Xbox One. And then I have not gotten a PlayStation 5, because turns out it's not worth the investment to buy a $600 gaming piece of equipment right before you leave for a 6-month journey. First console I played was the Dreamcast at my friend's. My parents didn't allow games at my house. It wasn't until I could afford it myself that I get an Xbox. That's awesome, man. Love it. You could put together a small press package with some photos and a few quotes. Makes it easier for the journalist. You're probably right, Patrick. The problem is I have just very limited resources out here on the roads, unfortunately. Makes it hard to put together any kind of thing. I'm getting he's using technology in road cars. Rumors it could cost €400. I think it's been ages since I read it. We'll see, Davey. We had a PC that I could use for games. I remember my dad showing me how to quit Windows 3.1 so I could load the floppy disk in DOS mode. First console was a Sega Mega Drive, but I think that was a bit after then. Dreamcast was an excellent console. All right. Well, I'm trying to think, what did we have? Like, I think the first video games I played were definitely on computer before we had the PlayStation console. And it was the Backyard Sports franchise. I don't know if you guys remember, like, Backyard Baseball or Backyard Football. Where it was just a sports franchise where you played with a bunch of these, like, little kids. And you had to make your own teams and play sports against the competing teams. And it was fun. Why do I never get addressed? I read your comment, but nothing I can do about it right now. Mentiroso. Hey, Hater Maximo, how's it going? As a kid, I had a PS1, PS2, PS4. I loved the GTA Vice City and San Andreas, Gran Turismo. My first GTA game was GTA 5. I was not allowed to play GTA before then. Yeah, one cool gabagool. You know it, Pablo Sanchez. Pablo Sanchez was the GOAT, man. Just this little guy, real tiny, but he was a power hitter and he played better than anyone else. Dreamcast game rise up. Lol. No, I love Backyard Baseball. I used to play that for hours. You know, until I had to stop because someone had to make a phone call. Are we there yet? I have to pee. Pick his life, we are almost there. I'm only about 4.5 months away. Our next subway, though, Pick his life, as of this morning, was 42 miles away. So, that's where we're headed first. Before anywhere else, we got to get ourselves some more food. Oh, I had no idea what he was saying, Ziggy, but okay. Mi español es no bueno. Good question, Foxy Grandpa. Good question. So we're gonna be going south of Rochester. Unfortunately, not really hitting it. No, we're still gonna be a ways before Rochester. Today, we're probably gonna end, if I had to guess, I would say just past Dublin. Yeah, I don't know what town this is. Just past Dublin, whatever it's called. In Rosenberg and GTA Vice City, good times too. Mein Deutsch ist Kartoffel. I don't know what that means. My German is something. I heard that Subway in the middle of the West only has mayonnaise and black pepper as condiments because the others have too much flavor. I doubt it, but we'll find out, Pick. It's potato? I know we are expected to read their responses, they think. So they don't need to acknowledge. Yeah. But that's what I thought, so. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Don't roll the R's. I was heard, don't roll the R's. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Sorry, breaking a habit. Shikamo, Gino Laconi, Sean Clancy, Nina Verhaak, Dana, no, wait. J unaweza ki no, J unaweza ongea Kiswahili. No kidding, Josh. This is wicked fun to roll the R's. It just feels so natural. Has the taste of any Subway different from another yet, or the same? Yeah, Foxy Grandpa. Actually, a couple of them have been different. So I usually get my sandwiches toasted. I don't know why. It just feels like it makes the sandwich drier, so it doesn't, like, I don't know, liquefy as much in the wrapper. But like when you say toasted at one Subway, it means like a light toast, like a nice little just enough to keep it crispy. And if you order toasted at another Subway, your bun's gonna be black. So that's a big difference. But aside from that, most of the ingredients are the same, kept the same. They're all good. I've been following you just over 5 months now. That's almost your whole current walk. Yeah, no kidding, T. T, when I say you're a real OG, we mean you're a real OG. Bick is a marketing executive at a top firm and could put together your press package. Is that a fact, Pooper? Is that the case? That would be incredible. What is your favorite sandwich at Subway? Pick his life. I like the chicken bacon ranch melt. Real simple, lots of calories. Makes you feel full at the end, you know? It's good. Most people just only like to see things from their own point of view. Cool. The big crime family firm. Hey, Dr. WD-40. How's it going, man? Oh. I got you, Davey. I got there. Thanks to Floppy, she helped out. The BCF has diversified its interests. Oh yeah, how diversified, Bick? What are you involved in? Lol. Is class out yet? Oh, good question, Doc. It is a Thursday, isn't it? Lol. Always a help, Floppy. Always a help. Mondays and Wednesdays this summer, it's so much nicer. Oh, well, that's awesome. Congratulations then, Dr. W40. And welcome to the summer. Good stuff, good stuff. That means there's more time for those wonderful bird watching streams. He does, Bick. It's awesome. That sounds good. Going to have to try one. Yeah. Well, okay, so it's chicken bacon ranch, right? But I also throw on the Baja Chipotle sauce, lettuce, onions, and jalapenos. Delicious sandwich. Might have to go get a meatball sub today in your honor. Do it up, Captain Howdy. I've only been able to have one meatball sub so far on this adventure, and it was when I was in Albany. Because they just do not hold well in a bag. Interceptor Max, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Doc captures the birds so he can take their pictures up close. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Davey. I do not know. Rocket launch later today. That is awesome. Did a Subway yesterday. There you go, bulldozers. Someone tell Subway that I am being officially influenced by Subway Sean. Lol. Love it. I like the beach dreams. Don't know Gabackins. Sean's favorite sandwich is the fat chicken at Subway. Bick, don't even oh man. You start talking about the fat chicken, man, and all of a sudden all I'm gonna be able to crave is the fat chicken. You can't get that in New York. And Melotech on the beach. Yeah, that's really cool too. Thanks from Spain. No worries, Interceptor. It's great to meet you, man. Great to meet you. For anyone who doesn't know or hasn't heard us talk about it before, by the way, in my hometown of Lowell, Massachusetts, there is a sub shop there called Supa's, right outside of the UMass Lowell campus, and they have a sandwich called the Fat Chicken. And the Fat Chicken is fried chicken, marinara sauce, mozzarella sticks, French fries, mozzarella cheese, all slapped on top of a foot-long sub roll. But there's so much meat and everything like that they put on it that they have to serve it to you in an open sub roll because there's no possible way to fold it. You kind of have to eat it like a whole giant pizza in front of you, and it is delicious. I love baked potato with tuna mayo. Sounds good, Davey. Plus analysis. What is the fat chicken? There you go, humanity. There's a location in Billerica too. Are you sure about that, Bick? I don't think that there is. Or at least not one I know of. I was very upset when Buffalo Wild Wings stopped serving the Big Jack Daddy Burger. I don't think I ever tried it. Actually, I don't think I've ever been to a Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh, well, that's good to know, Bick. Appreciate that. That mozzarella sticks, it's so good, T. I can do an RCA on Sean's Fat Tires. For a while, Aaron, before I became a project manager building the solar fields, I was a safety officer, and I was in charge of doing the root cause analysis for any incidents on site. So I am also familiar with them. Like a chicken parmesan with fries and bread, exactly, dear. And it was so good. They also have like they call it a fat cow, which is basically like a giant steak and cheese, but served with like hamburgers. You can get a buffalo fat chicken, which is like all that, except instead of mozzarella sticks, it's jalapeno poppers, and they serve it with buffalo sauce, and that's pretty good. It's just a sweet sandwich shark. Safety officer equals narc. Listen, safety is my number one priority, Bick. I did not want to be a safety officer. I took the role out of forced by circumstances, not per my choice. I like Hooters much more than BW3. Sure is a personal taste thing. Yeah, well, actually, Bulldozers, I find that like the best wings are at local shops. Like, you just have to find the best wing place in that area, and that's where you find the best wings. It's okay to eat orange seeds, or should I go to the hospital? I don't know, Pooper. You should probably ask someone with a little bit more knowledge in that area than me, lol. You're making us all hungry. I'm making myself hungry. I started out hungry, humanity. That's a problem. That's when I start thinking about food. I don't know if Subway wants another spokesperson after the Jared thing. Well, we'll see, Pick his life. We'll see. But I know what you mean. And tell him you've been poisoned. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Way cool. You're gonna cut your fingers off, narc. Did people spit on you as a safety officer? No, it was see, I signed an NDA. I don't know how much I can talk about it, but it was at a pretty big company. We were doing a carport for in their parking lot in New Jersey, and they're an international company, and this was their American headquarters. And they deal with chemicals. I think I can say that much. So they're really safety focused. So it was really important to them that they had a safety officer on site. Which is why we were forced into getting one, because we don't normally have a safety officer unless it's a site like that. And then we have one safety officer that works for the company that goes around all the other sites. He's not full-time on site, you know what I mean? The refresh rate of that cam and that van's headlights, lol. Was that driver flashing his lights, or was it a camera frame rate thing? It was a frame rate thing, apparently. I didn't even notice. Don't think orange bits have arsenic like apple cherries. Have you seen the new Ford Maverick Hybrid? I don't think so, Davey, no. Interested in looking cars, though? Whew. I think I'd like to get somewhere that doesn't smell like manure before I eat my sandwich. Good morning, Mrs. Noss. How's it going? Had them with the marinara sauce, but mostly with ranch dressing. No, T. I'm definitely a marinara sauce with mozzarella sticks kind of guy. I don't know if I'd try it with ranch dressing. That's a little much for my tastes, I think. Sean, if an orange grows inside of me, do you think it'll make Doc like me more because he's from Florida? Yes. Yeah, I had to think about that, Pooper. Yes. Doc is a nature man. He likes nature and Florida oranges, man. Yeah. Yes, it will. The flavors work well with each other. But I already like you said. No, ranch dressing's not a barbecue sauce. It's hard to explain, Davey, because nothing really quite tastes like ranch. I think it's got like a mayonnaise and egg base. But you got to try it to know what ranch is. It's a weird one. but it's big in the Midwest, like where T's from. They put ranch on everything out there. Doing okay, thank you. Hope you were having a safe walk. How far are we now? T told us earlier, I think I remembered we were like 380 miles into the journey. Something like that. We are currently in the town of Montezuma, like Montezuma's Revenge. Walking our way down Route 31, but I think we're supposed to be turning off soon. Right here at this junction. Good morning, Firehorse. How's it going? We are desperately, though, trying to stay ahead of the rain. I do not want to get caught off in the rain. I'm from Pennsylvania, just moved to Connecticut. I put ranch on everything, too. I get it. Like, I started to put ranch on everything, and it started with tater tots. The first time I tried ranch on tater tots, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. But I draw the line at certain places a lot of other people don't. I don't put ranch on pizza, for instance. That's a weird one to me. You're in the UK too, right? If so, then we can call cool original flavor Doritos are ranch flavored. Yeah, that's kind of true. Cool Ranch, yep. Need to put a pedometer on your screen? Pick his life. I have a pedometer in my pocket, and I take a picture of the results at the end of every day and post it to Twitter. Otherwise, I like having an open screen without too much clutter. Honey mustard is the best sauce for subs. For subs, huh? Alright, we had a sauce discussion earlier. I don't like KFC sauces very much, but KFC's best sauce is their honey mustard for chicken. I don't know if I try it for subs. Gravy fries, yeah, like a poutine is delicious. It's good if you like Amish food and well-crafted furniture. Pennsylvania also has some pretty good beers. Home of Yingling, right? In the UK, if he gets a certain burger ranch sauce, probably because I like barbecue sauce, yeah. I have not had mayo with pizza or fries, T, and I will not. I refuse to try it. No matter what Demon Days says, I refuse. You want me to make you a traditional Amish toilet paper holder for your bathroom? Just let me know. Put ranch on everything, pizza, sandwiches, etc. Alright, I can tell I'm being outnumbered in this chat here. Pimp Left, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I used to love McDonald's onion rings with sweet chili sauce. That sounds pretty good, Davey. Just because I like the sweet chili sauce. Doing okay, thanks. How's today's walk so far? Clouds above, hoping it doesn't open up on you. Me too, Firehorse. So when we were looking at the weather report yesterday, we were supposed to get rain all through last night and all through this morning. We definitely got hit last night. Luckily, I was sleeping underneath a pagoda in a children's playground, which was a bit of an interesting situation. But we were able to stay pretty dry from it, which was great. And then by the time we woke up and got up this morning, the rain had stopped, so we're trying to run out of this area before it starts again. Mayo and fries will make you realize that catsup is a lie. Good morning, Chunky Pup. How's it going? You ever have one of those cakes like a jelly roll filling in strawberry? Okay, so here's something I always get crap for. I love chicken strips with ketchup. That's normal to me. It's not my preference, but it's normal, Floppy. Picture looks clear and sharp. Awesome, thanks, Pick His Life. Must mean we're in a good service area. Kitty's playground, not sus. Hey, DJ, how's it going? I'm sure it was a little bit sus, man. So I didn't want to set it. I got there at like 4 o'clock, a little bit early. And the problem was I knew the rain was coming. So I saw the structure and I was like, that's pretty good. And then I saw that the structure had outlets and power. And I was like, all right, this is too good to pass up. So I couldn't pass it up. So when I got there at 4, I didn't want to set up my tent too early because that would be really suspicious if there was just a dude in a kiddies playground setting up a tent. So I just kind of had to hang out under the pagoda on one of the benches, watching YouTube videos on the iPad that I have, charging it up at the same time, until I was able to set up a tent. So it got a little weird. Yeah, great picture. There's a big eagle statue at the wildlife refuge. You're not gonna let us see it, are you? I don't know, Gabagool. If we walk by it, I'll let you see it. There's an Amish country in Florida somewhere. I forget where. If we walk by it, I will let you see it. But if we don't walk by it, I'm not going out of our way to get it, unfortunately. Just making sure we're on the right route. Yeah, we are. And we're gonna take this road, okay, straight to the end until we get, and it's a left at the end on the 414. Cool. But were those outlets real or play ones? They were real, DJ, thankfully. We were able to charge up all our devices, which was awesome. Those lakes start just south of you now. Are you heading north to Savannah? I think we're headed like pretty much due west from here. I'd like to go north because then we hit Rochester, but it's just a little too out of the way. I follow and watch you as well. I got back to PA for 5 days every other month. If you want things mailed to you. There's Amish country in eastern Ohio near my parents live. They just show up in the grocery store in a van. Like 20 of them would pop out. The only Amish interaction I've had so far on this trip, because there is plenty of Amish in upstate New York, was when we were walking through the Cooperstown area on day 12. This happened off stream because this is the day that I popped my tire. I did in fact pop my tire, and I was on the side of the road trying to fix it. And as I was trying to put a patch kit on the tire, I was getting laughed at by a bunch of kids in horse and buggies from the Amish community. It was kind of wild. Trying to steal electricity from the humble taxpayers of upstate New York. Listen, don't let them know, Bick. The real-time IRL map is great. I think so too, Art, man. I'm really glad it's something that exists. Getting KFC Twister Box meal with small gravy and mini filet burger for tea. Sounds good, Davey. Subway sales tax covers any community electricity. You got that right, Bulldozers. I like the way you think. Looks like you're going to run into gravel road until you hit 414. That's all right, we've done worse. They absolutely did, Floppy. There were like 4 of them all in one horse and buggy. They were pointing and laughing at me on the side of the road. Whew. My body's not used to hills anymore. We've had a couple of days of pretty flat day. They envy your internet hotspot, lol. Did you take their picture and scare them with your technology? Tell them that Satan gave you the device? I did not, Bick. That sounds cruel. Now we know why our taxes are going up. It's the lucky stealing subway walkers, lol. Own a subway franchise in Massachusetts, man? Yeah, we'll see, maybe. Who knows where life's gonna take us, Davey? That's the joke.jpg. All right, almost there. God, this is the problem with really humid days, because you try to breathe and it just feels like you're sucking down water. And sell beer at Polar Park at the Woo Sox. Vic, I grew up right in the city of Lowell, going to the Lowell Spinners game all the time. And like last year or a year before that or wherever it was, the Lowell Spinners just disbanded. And it was the most heart-wrenching thing ever, man. Whew. Used to be oh yeah, I miss the Spinners too, that's what I'm saying. Free hydration, lol. Like there be a few more to Florida after getting into a fight with an Amish Gentile. You got this little hill. Yeah, the sad part is, Gecko, that was a little hill. That was nothing compared to what we've done. Sucks that I still struggled as much. The city of Lowell, Lowell. Yeah, they were the Lowell Spinners, Bert. That was I believe it was the Red Sox AA team. Their AAA team is the Pawtucket Paw Sox. And then their single A is the Worcester Woo Sox. The Detroit Spinners, it's a shame. It was a great track, lol. It was a good track. It was their short season single A, I gotcha. Sean just told you all lies? Yeah, it's probably true. Listen, I was a kid going to those games. They were awesome. Doctor's on his Rumspringa. Whew. Do you remember this, Beck? I want to know if we have a conjoined memory, but there was a guy that used to go to basically every Spinners game, and he wore dog ears, and they called him the dog man of the Spinners. And there was this rap song that was written and performed by a deaf man, Chacarone. And every time they played that song over the loudspeakers, they would pan over to a shot of the dog man dancing. Erie Canal ahead? Erie Canal is definitely behind us, but it's probably also ahead of us, Mingatu, if I had to guess. Why do I just make stuff up? I don't know, I'm an entertainer. I do not remember this, but I hadn't been to a Spinners game in years. All right, fair enough. The dog man of the Spinners, Chacarone. Chacarone. Chacarone, Chacarone, Chacarone. Oh. All right, Floppy at least knows the song. I'll take that much. All right. Two-legged horse, lol. That's pretty cool, Beck. I like that. That's festive. KH Gaming 87, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. The Minutemen from Gillette Stadium shot muskets when the Spinners scored a run. That's pretty cool. All right. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at the hill we have up ahead of us. And every time there's a hill in front of us, I just take a second to contemplate what it is exactly I'm doing out here again. And then I remember and come to terms with it. No worries, Ziggy. Always happy to help. DJ Flavor Dave, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. All right. Inner City Cynic, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. Looks like we might have a couple of new people here, so in case you guys don't know what we're up to, we are currently on a trip where we are walking across the continental United States of America from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. The whole trip spans over 3,044 miles, is going to take us 5 to 6 months to complete, and we're doing the whole trek eating nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain. All in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is an organization that takes kids and adolescents from the inner city and underprivileged communities and brings them on adventures out in the wilderness. It's a really cool organization, and I am very happy to be partnered up with them. The higher you climb now, the less you climb later. I like that thinking, Mama Bird. And thanks, T, for all the info, charities, and why subways. Oh boy. Next you have to walk to Hawaii. Let me get the hamster ball ready and butt ton of patch kits and hope that gets the job done, Floppy. How will you survive? Intercity in this beautiful baby stroller that I am pushing with all of my gear and equipment. There is also a binder in there that has in it mapped out our entire route, as well as all of the subway locations along our route and how far they are in between each other, so that I can plan my food reserves accordingly. That we chose Subway specifically because it is healthy enough that it won't kill us while we walk our way across. Ziggy, yes, I am remembering my vitamins every day, but thank you for asking. Compared to some upcoming mountains, this is just a practice hill. No kidding, Gecko. We're going to have like a nice little break in Kansas where everything's flat. And all of a sudden we're going to come up to the Rockies. And we're going to be like, oh boy, this is what we were waiting for. Good morning, Quasi-Monk. This is the state of New York. We are currently in the town of Montezuma. He meditates daily and gets nourishment from the sun. Lol. Photosynthesize. We are using a, thank you very much, T, for that, by the way. If you guys type in !map, we are using an app called Real-Time IRL. That tracks our real-time position so that you guys can see exactly where I am during the stream at any given time. One cool gabagool, from what I have heard, they have officially finished freeze drying and vacuum sealing 3 subs, which is good, except we're going to need 20 for that one 10-day stretch. So they're still working at it, but the process does work. And they are doing it. Healthy enough it won't kill us all. Don't know if they'll adopt that one for their new slogan. All right, well, what have I said? It's so delicious and nutritious that we can use it to fuel ourselves all the way across America. Guess better? As long as you don't get Montezuma's revenge. No kidding, DJ. That's why I'm kind of afraid to eat these subs now here in Montezuma. It's too scary. I suggest having the current state in the title as well. Oh, that's a good suggestion, Quasi-Monk. That's a good suggestion. That sounds better. Fair enough, Gecko. Don't fear the storm, you are the storm. Combat them head on, challenge Montezuma, end his revenge, and come out the victor. God, that is a hype speech, Beck. I like that. All right. I like to think, right, that where I started this morning is now in the middle of a downpour, and as we walk we're just getting farther and farther away from it. You get 1 per state. All right, I'll take that. It's a good deal. 12 on the walk as a whole. What will you do if it rains? Intercity? If it rains, we walk right on through it. I knew that rain was a possibility today, so I took the tarp, or the footprint out of my tent, and I wrapped my sleeping bag and tent in it. We have this dry bag over everything. I have a couple of rain jackets in my bag that I'll probably have to take out. One for myself and one to cover all of this stuff that's not covered. But we're just gonna keep on walking through it. I don't know, unfortunately, if we'll be able to stream, because my encoder and some of the other technological stuff involved in the streaming process are not waterproofed. So I might have to shut them down and put them away if it gets too bad. But rain's not stopping us. Melt because he's so sweet and made of sugar. Okay, Beck. Turn their revenge on Subway if they don't eventually sponsor. Lol. Shaun of Subway, Outrunner of Rain. Awesome title. Guess what? That's what happens. Exactly, Gecko Jeeper. I mean, there's no other alternative other than, I guess, like jumping off the side of the road and trying to set up the tent in the rain as quickly as possible, but that's just gonna get the inside of the tent wet. So I'd rather just keep on walking until we find a dry spot. He doesn't have a shirt on, so no worries there. You can literally see my shirt in the frame, Poober. All right. That's not a shirt, liar. This is a good time to talk about Sean's OnlyFans, and right now he's running a sale, $3 a month or $15 for 6 months. All it is pictures of my feet that I take at the end of every day after having walked 20 to 30 miles and taking off my shoes and socks. Enjoy. Lol. Wonders what kind of photos Pooper has of Sean hanging around their place. Seems sus. I don't even know Pooper in real life. I know him here, obviously, and he's a great man. But I don't know how he would have gotten his hands on shirtless pictures of me. Smelly socks, lol. People would buy that. I know, Floppy, and that's the scary thing of the internet. That's why we don't do it. I just sat back down, and now I have a strange urge to go and find something else to do. Fair enough, T. Gecko, it's better not to ask these kinds of questions lest you get the answer. Lol. You are these people with foot fetishes. I know, Mama Bird. Actually, if there wasn't, I might actually do that as a joke because it would be funny. But because there are people that will legitimately buy it out there, I am not doing it. It is all set. Gross honey badgers. Ofu Didu, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Welcome to the walk. Sorry the conversation was so strange when you came in, but you know, maybe that's what you like. Do you get any money from Twitch ads or your channel? I do, Pick His Life, yep. We hit Twitch affiliate in early December. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Whew. And once you have Twitch affiliate, you unlock subscribers and you make half of the money from, or a little less than half of the money from subscribers. And you get a little bit of money from Twitch ads. It does not add up to a whole lot, I'll be honest with you. I think right now I'm getting somewhere around maybe $8, $9 a month from Twitch ads. So it ain't much. But I also get money from bits too. Ew, feet. That's why they followed. That's how weird society has become. I don't think it's society. It's just a couple of people in society, you know? A couple of, I call them outliers. Sean will be able to retire after this trip from his Twitch riches. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, but hey, we'll see. I see a hill and I am greatly fearful for you. Thanks, Inner City. I appreciate the concern. But we have done some nasty, gnarly hills already. The rain has stayed away fantastic. So far, Face. Don't jinx us now. But I think we're walking ahead of it, so we should be pretty good. Is there much of a difference when you hit partner? I have no idea, Gabagool. I know we're really close to hitting partner, but I actually have not looked into what that actually means. I have no idea what it does for you or what it means. But I hope it's good things. Like, does anything actually change? I don't know. Just a title? I don't know. Hey, Sif, how's it going? But I will say, guys, aside from the impending doom of the rain, like, this is my favorite temperature to, like, walk in. This is my favorite weather to walk in. It's not too hot. I wish it was a little less humid, but it's not hot at all. It's pretty cooling. It's nice. Temperate. Fancy check marks. Oh, there you go, Dr. WD-40. That's worth it. Just a badge. Worth. More emotes and guaranteed transcoding. Oh, awesome. I don't think I'd be able to do much with the more emotes, considering I'm in the middle of nowhere. I have no way to design or upload them, but it's good to know we have them. Partner with Twitch, that sounds like it should bring in way more money than it probably does. I just like the title. It's nice to be able to claim. Oh, instant uploads on the emotes. That's pretty nice. Vic can make some. There you go. You should see the shirt that Poober and Vic designed for me. It is beautiful. We'll have to make sure I get that streamlined for sales as soon as we get back. Lol. I trust their design skills. Can I get more coffee for up this hill, BRB? Alright, thanks, man. Make sure we're covered, one cool gabagoo. Also, cows. Moo. Doc makes millions and his ladies falling over themselves to get a shout out on his channel. Oh, I know that. I've seen Doc's videos, man. I know. Oh, I know. I've seen his stream. Fresh milk. That was some guy named Evan's Corner. Moo. I love you. You guys are beautiful. And don't ever forget that. I'm sure you're great at what you do. Why are we selling the shirt yet? I just don't have any way to get it streamlined and manufacturing string set up, Poober, but I'm on it, I swear. I swear. Doc, show me on next week. Cows laying down means rain incoming, at least that's what my mom used to say. Well, it's a good thing we're walking away from it, Bert. We won't get caught in this. Thank you for the signs, you wonderful beasts. I love you and everything you do. Mwah. Thank the cows. Might be they're just tired, though. You know what, though? I believe that, Bert, because if you've ever seen cows laying down before, right? Cows generally target the shade, and if they're laying down in an open field, I bet there's some truth to that, meaning that there's rain coming. Also, real quick direction check here, just making sure we're staying on target. Yeah, we're doing it. We're killing it. Why do I even ever question myself? Lol. This is true, lol. Alright. I've only seen cows that accidentally lay down after my friends and I were drinking. Lol. All right, I need someone to settle this debate for me, by the way. Is cow tipping actually a thing, or does it not really exist? Because cows are heavy. It'd be hard to tip a cow. The wildlife refuge is just north of me now. Oh, cool, honey badges. Hey, Johnny, we're hanging in amazingly. We are like, I don't know. It feels like we're getting pretty fortunate with this rain, man. We were able to beat it by finding a nice little dry spot to sleep in last night. So we stayed perfectly dry all through the night. We woke up this morning and there was enough of a break that we could get started moving. And we've been moving since then and it has not hit us yet. It's a thing. All right. They don't put up a fight while they're sleeping. Oh, that's horrible. My high school teacher told us about it at once. Cows down. Okay, well, I guess enough people have told me it's a thing. I believe you now. I just don't understand the logistics of tipping a cow. Have you ever tried to sneak up on a sleeping cow? Hey, Nerdy Tech. Nope. Can't say that I have. Cows don't sleep standing up, so no tipping in their sleep. Oh, I gotcha. My club's in on it too, huh? You guys are all monsters out here tipping your cows. Hey, I dot my eye. How's it going, by the way? Definitely can't tip an awake one. They're heavy. That's what I'm saying, Bert. So you just find them while they're asleep and tip them then? Yeah, I guess that's true too, Floppy. They are pretty top heavy. I just can't imagine like coming through and trying to sweep kick a cow to tip it over. Tip the baby ones easier. That's awful, Gecko. Is it Joan Country Guys play on City Guys? That's what I thought, bulldozers. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I used to have a ranch with 400 heads of cows. They sleep laying down. The movie Tommy Boy has an instructional portion for cow tipping. Great movie, by the way. Awesome, solid reference, Boober. Like snipe hunting. I'm not exactly a city folk, but I also don't spend a whole lot of time around farms. I'm more of a mountain man myself. And not too many wild cows in the mountains. Too many people were tipping horses in Oklahoma, so they made a law to stop people from doing it. Oh, that's a shame. I love horses. I've worked with horses for years. I got hit with snipe hunting once when I was like 9. Or, oh shoot, what was the other one? Blinker fluid? Blinker fluid, that was the other one. They were putting holes in the bag and everything. That's pretty funny. Yo. Hey, Rankin, how's it going? A wading bird of marshes and wet meadows with brown camouflage plumage, a long straight bill, and typically a drumming display flight. Bird facts, I love them. Muffler bearings need replacing. That's funny. Alright, we gotta pick up the pace here. I just felt a raindrop. Run! Run! I can literally not think of any worse place to be in the world in the middle of a thunder and lightning storm than right where we are now. Just for the record. Your options are either to run into the meadow or run into the open farm and try to lay down. Interesting. Doctor, you can confirm the snipe, you're the pro here. In the medical community, we'd send the new tech down to pharmacy to get fallopian tubes. Gross. At least it's a shed. No kidding, SUV, but I do not think there's a way for me to get in that shed. Go hide in that barn. Good thinking, Mike Lob. But again, I don't know if I can get in. And with my luck, someone will be watching me break into their barn. All of a sudden, I'd be sitting in there with a gun in my face. Hey, TK Kiasom, thank you very much for the raid, man. I appreciate it. Judge Papadomian, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Welcome to the walk. Reed from Tokyo, how's it going, everyone? Lena will get them polls before you, no worries. Yeah, Gecko G-Birds, I just don't want to be its second choice. I'd rather be its like 1,000,000th choice, if that makes sense. Hey, amazing stream, how's it going? Follow him, my sons. Thanks, TK, I appreciate it. So just so you guys know what's going on here, if you're new to the channel coming in from the raid, we are currently walking across the continental United States of America from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. Whole trip is going to cover 3,044 miles, take us anywhere from 5 to 6 months, and we're doing the whole trip eating nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain. All in partnership with a great charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is an organization that takes kids and adolescents from disinvested and underprivileged communities and brings them out for adventures in the wilderness. It's really cool, and I'm glad to be partnered with them. How is everyone doing? All right, let's see here. Let's run a quick thought experiment. Should I stop and pull out my rain gear, or should I assume that this is just a quick little passing shower that's not actually going to do anything to us? Up ahead looks very wet, but I'm going to take my chances anyway. Keep your eyes out for Dorothy, Auntie M, and Toto. Lol. Runs into barn, finds out it's one with all the sharp tools from the movie Twister. Snipe hunting isn't real. No wonder I can't find them. Lol. So you're eating only Subway sandwiches? That's exactly right, sir. Yep. All the way across the country. So we're currently in a spot where there's 68 miles between the last Subway we went to and the next one we're going to. So we have like 5 subs packed in our bag right here to get us through the next couple of days while we walk. Because we only average about 20 to 30 miles a day. Grumbier and Bomber, I have a tent in the front of my stroller here that I'm using to push all my equipment across. And I'm usually tenting at night. Does look really wet ahead. I do it. I'm in Honey Badgers. We're running it. You have good viewing figures on Twitch, man. Thanks, Davey. Looks like you've walked about 360 miles so far. I think we're up just above 380, just from the extra steps we have to take to like set up camp at the end of the day and take it down at the start of the day. And any time that we had to go out of the way to get like to a Subway location. Drop on the lens, exciting. Oh God. Looks like it's raining off and on for a while. I think so too, Reagan. Wait, is Subway giving these sandwiches for free, or are you paying for them? No, sir, I am still paying for them. No sponsorship yet, but we're gunning for it. Wow, that's awesome, man. Even better outside, and of course, it's cheaper. Yeah, I have stayed in one hotel so far over the course of this trip. We spent 2 nights there as I took a rest day. But aside from that, and then stayed with family and friends a couple of times too, it's been all camping. So the purpose of the trip is to determine the best Subway in the U.S. Something like that, Judge. The purpose of this trip is just because I thought it was a really cool trip, and I've wanted to do it since I was in high school. Also to spread the message of the charity organization, which is a really cool group. But also, yes, to find the best Subway location. I see rain. Oh yeah, Mrs. Ginas. We are, it is raining on us. Your own channel out on cross stream, just because it works like that, and it's for tea to get started. Nova Moo Cakes, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I think it's because you are very interactive. Well, I try my best, Davey, to be pretty interactive, but I appreciate you saying so. All right. All right, the hard thing about trying to walk and stream through this little section of rain here is I don't have any way to keep my phone covered, so my phone is just getting rained on while I'm trying to read your messages. It's buffering. It should not be buffering, I hope. All good again. Sweet, thanks. Pick his life. What does your what think about this trip? My girlfriend, my family, my boss, all of the above. I mean, got to. Thank you very much for the 200 bits, man. That is awesome of you, and I appreciate it. It's fine now. Awesome. Thanks, guys. That happens. Unfortunately, hit a little bit of a bump in the service. All right. Momentary buffer, maybe you cross to a new tower or something. Probably. Oh, what is my family? My family actually pick his life. A lot of them are in the chat. My older brother is a moderator here. His name is Spazerman24, although we have not seen him in a while. Mama Clancy is my mom. My dad is here. He's Maritimer dad. And I got 2 other brothers, Kay Clancy, who's another moderator, and Stelios Contos, who is, again, another moderator. Hope you have a baby stroller. I certainly do, Grumbeer Bomber. That is what we're carrying all of our gear in. All right, at least up ahead, once we get out of this field, there's some trees that might be able to keep us a little bit drier. So let's get out of this open field into them, like, as quickly as we can. Are you Mormon? I am not Mormon, no, TK, nope. Good morning. What's the total miles you walked so far? Each and everything, I think we're at 385, right around there. 385.5 is what T said this morning. I love your setup. Thanks, Grumbeer. Wish I could take credit for it, but the stroller I did this. 2,300 calories a day throughout the course of the walk, and I'm only taking in about 2,300. So the calories are burned while sleeping and throughout the rest of the process of the days, we're burning off, which is fine. It's good. We have some weight to lose. What state are you in now? We are currently in New York State in the town of Montezuma. They say the UK is sitting on a gold mine with wind turbines. Probably, Davey. The UK has a lot of wind, huh? That's Crazy Bags was asking for us this morning. No, F, no, Black's reading. Back, all right. So that you can still touch it and it stays dry. I should get me one of those things. How floppy. Whew. It just depends on how this cloud is moving. You see, there is sunlight to my left, but very dark, stormy clouds to my right. So if this thing is moving in the right way, we could be getting out of it. Need to get you a big golf umbrella you can strap to your cart. We've thought about it, Pick, but unfortunately an umbrella adds a lot of resistance, especially when there's cars and traffic running by and wind. We'll bring one if you still don't have one by the time you get here. Thanks, Floppy, but what I would actually prefer more than a big floppy umbrella is a big floppy hat. Sorry about that one in the UK. Eat a lot of beans, Lolbert. He's gonna end up being the bubble boy by the end of this. Gotta take your bites too. I have not eaten yet, T, no. But I also don't have much of an urge to sit down on the side and eat now in the rain. So I'm gonna try to get to a little bit working on it. That would be great, Flop. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good to me. We just make the right path. The weather was today though, they're raining around 10 drops. All right. F. Sorry guys, I restarted it to try to refresh the robot voice, get us out of that. So I hope it worked. There's the stream. Looks exactly like this, all the flow. We're about to find, but it's kind of like it. Fuji. It was 2 steps. All right. good for now. Goal here is just try to get to those trees up there and see if we can find a dry spot to sit down for a second.